G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza, and today I thought it would be fun to challenge myself with a bit of a photorealism art challenge. Now, those of you who are familiar with my content know that I don't do photorealism sketches or illustrations very much. I tend to focus on cartoons and comics, but it's good to challenge yourself. And while I'm challenging myself, I thought I would do it timed and half the time every time. So I'm going to be using my ArtyGames apps to bring up randomized images. If you go to the copy challenge, I'm just going to set it to unlimited because I'm going to use my own separate timer. And if I hit go, you can see that it randomly brings me an image to draw. Okay, well, I mean, that's quite a complicated one, but you can see if I can cycle through them. Some of them are a little more simple than others, so hopefully I get that one as opposed to the horse one, but it will give me some random images. So the first one, I'm gonna have 20 minutes to recreate. I'm gonna bring my ArtyGames app over here on the left. I'm gonna have a timer in the top left of the screen, which you can see here. So I'm gonna start off with 20 minutes, and I'm going to, as closely as I can, replicate the image that is brought to me. And I'm gonna see how far I can get and how accurate they end up being. The answer is probably not very at all. Not accurate. Let's get this started. Copy challenge and timer starts now. Ooh, okay, that's quite a complicated one. Now I have 20 minutes. That's quite a significant period of time. So even though the image is complicated, I can still afford to take it slow. Try and think in terms of form and shadow and you know, tone rather than shape and line. Man, this is tough. This gave me like a really difficult start. As you can see, like the line of this is much lower than I've drawn it, and I fall into the trap of drawing what I think I see rather than what I actually see, and it's really quite difficult. I need to figure out the proportions first. See, and look how much closer that is to. This is really hard. Just embracing everything. Oh my god. I need to do broader areas more loosely. I love how I opened up this activity like speaking like an authority on the subject. When you do your drawing, you need to work with shadows and tones, not with shapes and lines. And I'm like, where are the shapes and lines? Draw the shapes and lines. Look, I'm sure if you had all the time in the world, you could do it like that way. All right, so we have these horizon lines. The top area is quite dark. This candle's lower than I thought it was. Okay, so I need to start moving on to shade, shadow and line. So I'm going to go to the background first. There's like a foreground object here. So this all can go in shadow. I'm going to get as flat a tone as possible. I'm just going to find the darker tones. That's okay, half time. That's not too bad. I'm going to work with the shadow around the light area. It's all very blurry back there, so I'll just smudge it. There are these like hanging crystals and stuff. Man, this is like a super complex one. This is a horrible one to get for the first round. This would be difficult if I had unlimited time. I'm trying to just do where I know there are like sharp shadows and reflections, but it's really hard to not just be like, okay, I'm just gonna outline the shape of a candle so at least it looks like a candle. Yeah, this isn't bad, but I've got like 5 minutes left, so I've just gotta power through. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reverse engineer. I'm gonna very lightly outline all this crap, and then I'm gonna do the shading around it because I have very limited time. Oh, there's like a candle back here. Man, that's nice and complicated. Thanks me for making this frustrating app. It's like way more tense than I thought it would be. So now I'm just gonna do a lot of smudging. You ready? Gonna really lightly fill in areas where I know the shadow's sort of clustering. So now smudge all this background stuff. Smudge it in. Got 1.5 minutes. Oh my god. Man, I really took it easy at the start, and now like at the end, I'm really regretting it. Oh, there's like a whole chain of crystals I missed. Down and... oh! Okay, do you know, that's not bad. I feel like I spent the whole 20 minutes like laser focused on like portions of the image, but when I step back, I'm like, do you know what? That's not bad. I'm actually really happy with that. Given how complicated it was, what do you guys reckon? I'll tell you what, for each of these images I do, I'm gonna put a poll in the video. Go tell me how you would rate this image where I had 20 minutes. Now let's move on to number 2 where I have 10 minutes, which begins now. Oh, what the heck is that? Okay. I'm gonna start off by doing my outlines, and then I'm just gonna go back and fill in the tones, because I feel like when you work with a time limit like this, you sort of have to. Again, like, you're tempted to draw what you think you see rather than what you actually see, and you think of goats' heads as long, but it's actually wider than it is tall, at least in this image, you know. I've drawn the whole head lopsided. That's okay. Let's get the shape back. Make the goat head great again. I'm gonna start shading. Let's do this. The darkest areas first. We have these dark eyes. I'm gonna go through all of this area. There are some edges that are a bit lighter around the ear that I'm gonna leave. I'm constantly trying to go back and forth between the thing I'm drawing and my drawing. Got the edge of the ear, and I need to shade in some of the side. Let's try and make it into a complete image. All right, and then we have the tree that comes out the side. I've totally neglected the background. I have 1.5 minutes left. All right, I'm just gonna really roughly do this tree back here. Really roughly shade that in. I'm just gonna smoosh it all at once. Smoosh the tree, smoosh it into the background. I have a minute. Got some fur back here. Man, I'm getting really sloppy. Come on, goaty goat. Let's make it nice and pretty. Should probably shade in here a little bit. This is like a tree thing back here. And smoosh. Ow! Again, not bad. See, it's funny, isn't it? Because the original image is quite lopsided. I'm prone to drawing what I think I see, and then when I draw something lopsided, I think, oh no, it can't be lopsided, because that just looks wrong, so I fix it. So mine looks way more symmetrical than the original, but the original is not symmetrical. The original is quite wonky. And mine looks like more like a feminine dog pursing its lips. But you know what? It was an attempt. I had 10 minutes. So again, the poll is there. Go let me know how I did. Let's move on to the next time allotment. Now we have 5 minutes. Given the complexities of the last two, I'm not looking forward to this. Bam! Oh wow, thank you, app. All right, let's keep this really rough and loose. No, this is gonna be so bad. Why does this art have to be difficult? I swear to God, she's gonna end up looking like the girl from The Ring. The hair needs to be lower, I think. That's like almost half over with the time. Oh my God! Do you know what? Let's just read broad strokes, rough it out. I feel like the way to rescue how she looks is to just shade her face in and get some sort of reasonable shape. Quite a lot of shadow behind here. Oh man, minute and a half. Her head doesn't go forward that much. Arm is quite low. Your hair goes back there. Oh, 9 seconds. Crap. It's like you just sort of freeze up and don't know what to do next. And... that's not bad. Okay, it's not great, but given how bad I thought it was gonna turn out, I'm still sort of pleasantly surprised. So how did I do? The polls in the cards. 5 minutes. What's... next allotment of time is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, this is where things are gonna significantly go downhill. Unless I get the cherry, in which case, I'll be right. It all comes down to the image I get now. Okay, next image, bam, and, that's not too bad. 2.5 minutes. Let's do this. I'm just gonna draw a rough frame. This is pretty good. This is a good one because it's mostly geometric shapes. I feel like I lucked into it. This is a good one. Again, this is again doing the same thing of going very roughly over all the shapes I see, which is the opposite of what I said at the beginning of this video, and coming back to do the tones. Oh, I have 50 seconds. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Mountains. Nice dark chimney here. 26 seconds. Holy crap. This is much harder than I originally thought it would be. Big dark chimney, dark wall, darker ground, and clouds. Okay, yeah, I definitely overestimated my abilities to do this one. Let me know how I did, again, in the context of the time I had, 2.5 minutes to do this one. But half of 2.5 minutes, let's do some toddler maths while we're doing some toddler drawings. This circle and this circle represents minute, and another minute and a half a minute, because that was 2.5 minutes. So if I slice all of this in half, that's 30 seconds and 30 seconds, that makes 1 minute, and then half of that, half of 30 seconds is 15. Therefore, my next timer will be 1 minute and 15 seconds. How's that for toddler maths? Okay, 1 minute and 15 seconds. Show me the cherries. You ready? Bam! Oh, it's eggs! I can do eggs! Egg. There's an egg here, and then there's another egg sort of like here. Oh, I can do eggs. I can do eggs with a big scoobly nest. Look at the nest, like this. There we go. Eggs in the background, in the other background. And now we shade. Yeah, look at that. 40 seconds left. Oh man, I got time to spare. Ooh, look at that. Look at this shadowing, and the nest is all like, ooh, look, it's a spiky nest. Look at my spiky nest. I have 30 seconds. Man, I got time to kill. Smoosh it all in so it looks like I shaded it fancily. Let's just smoosh it all, make it look like I spent time shading. Shade in the background color. Oh, look at that. That was better than the house. Yeah. I thought that amount of time would just be negligible. But yeah, this was excellent. This surpassed my expectations. Oh, there's like a double pun. Expectation. Oh my god. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll stop. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to over-exaggerate my puns. Bam! Oh, they make me ecstatic. I'm sorry. I know you're not as excited by my puns as I am. One might say extra excited. I would say my egg puns have an extraordinary execution. I'm genuinely going to stop. I'll stop. Okay, let's move on. Last one. Is it the last one though? That's the question. Because this was 1:15 and I feel like I did a pretty good job. Look, you would look at that and say, oh, look at those eggs in a nest, you know? I mean, that to me is a pass. The question is, can I make it through the next stage with 38 seconds? I think that entirely depends on the image I get, because if I get the same one that I started off with, the answer is hell no. All right, you ready? Bam! Oh! There's the head and the things that go down. And then we have the little squinty eyes and a little smug baby smile. This baby looks like a marshmallow. Yeah, I was given a baby to draw and I feel like I ended up drawing a dude who's high on weed and is reaching out to grab some Doritos. Hey dude, like pass the Cheetos. Oh my god, I'm tripping balls, dude. Okay, do you know what? I feel like that's my official out. I don't think, screw it. Let's do one more. Dare I say this will be my last round. I have 19 seconds. Bam! Tiger! What? No. Roar. Stripes. Do you know what? Here's the thing. If you saw this tiger hung in a modern art gallery exactly like this, maybe blown up to a larger size, I don't think it would be questioned. I think people would be like, oh yeah, of course, there's a modern art tiger. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this little challenge I came up with. If you want to play it yourself, make sure to check out my Arty Games app. There's a huge amount of images in the copy challenge, but beyond that, the app is made to help get your creative juices flowing. I made it really selfishly for me because I wanted to have something to easily come up with colors for a color challenge, and then it's expanded beyond that, so it has random character and environment generators, either as character designs or characters in action. There are scribble challenges, design mixes, incremental designs to come up with some bizarre combinations, and a custom generator where you can create your own sets of lists and randomly generate from your own ideas. So go check it out. It's available on PC, Android, and iOS. I'll put the link in the description and in the card. Otherwise, that's it for this video and this challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos. And while you're at it, check out my shop where I sell ebooks, brushes, photo references, video courses, and more. There's another video you might enjoy from my channel over there, and you can also check out my behind the scenes daily vlog channel, Daily Jazza. That's it for now, and until next time, I'll see you later.